Hi everyone, this is audapostrophe. Let's try this again, and let's take a look at Kingdoms of Amalur, a re-reckoning on Steam. Okay, I've done a lot of troubleshooting, so I think they've got the bug taken care of. Let's try to get an entire session in, and I'll give you my impressions after that. I can tell you right now, though, this music is freaking loud, loud, loud. Alright, so, there are all of my, my settings. I guess we'll leave the post-processing on, although it doesn't say which post-processing effect you're turning on. Let's disable it. I don't know, sometimes they do some weird shit. We've also enabled the super sampling. It's not really necessary, obviously. I think we'll leave it at that.
From the beginning, we were wrong, and only now, well into the second decade of the conflict, have we begun to understand the mistakes we have made. We lived in harmony among the Fae, in a world awakened to new magic. Perhaps we should have foreseen what might be born on this rising tide. What force might awaken. A force powerful enough to twist even the eternal and immutable Fae folk.
Still loud as hell.
But Gadflow, the new king of the Winter Court, surprised us all. Singular among his people, he was all that other Fae were not. Aggressive, ambitious, visionary. He had power like none we had ever seen. Terrible and deadly. Gadflow and his followers, the Tuatha Deon, believed that a new god was to be born in the east, beneath Gadflow's crystalline fortress of Amathan. In the name of that god, they marched to war against the young races of Amalur. Against a mortal army, no matter the power of their god, we might have been victorious. But the Fae are creatures of magic, not bound by the laws of life and death. Each Tuatha fallen on the battlefield would soon rise again, for the Fae do not know death as we do. How could we stand against such a force? For 10 years the war raged. For 10 years the armies of Men and Alpha fought and died. But as our numbers dwindled, we knew that it was only a matter of time. Our fate had been written. At least, that is what we believed. Until you died.
Alright. Farted. Somebody lit it. Now look, everybody's gotta suffer. Couldn't fart outside, yeah. Couldn't fart in my own land. Had to go someplace else to light one up. Oh, my trading cards. Oh, I almost had the last 4 rares.
What do you think this one is then? Alpha? Garan? Could even be a Jotun. Always a surprise, eh, Garan?
Eyes on the job, boy. Don't matter what it is. Dead's dead. And be thankful for that. All we've seen. Go on and pull back the sheet, though. It'll need to be in our report, one way or the other.
Okay, so I don't know how much this matters. Like I said, none of these skills that you specialize in, I mean, blacksmithing, alchemy, persuasion, detect hidden, lockpicking, mercantile, dispelling stagecraft, alchemy, stealth, stagecraft, persuasion. I mean, none of these are things that I would care about in a normal RPG. In fact, I wouldn't even try for any of these things because this wouldn't be how I play it. But let's just go ahead and pick the boring old Almains, and we'll make a special one. We'll make our very special friend. I think that face is fine. We'll make her a little pastier. Yeah. Eyeshadow color. It's kind of hard to tell. Let's get that really dark. Oh yeah, that's perfect. I'm going to build our ultimate Karen. She will not stand for this wretchedness around her. She will find a manager. What hairstyle? Yeah. I mean, that's close to a Karen Bob. I think the first one is close. Yeah. Yeah. That looks like somebody who finds something unacceptable and demands to speak to the manager. Yeah, Karen's a little older. She's 50. Or 40 and still thinks she's like 16. Eyebrow color? Oh yeah, the eyebrow's gotta be dark. There's no way in the hell they would ever match the head. It'd be very un-Karen-like. How about that? Yeah. Jewelry. Oh no, Karen would not have a nose ring. She would have 2 earrings. No tattoos, probably. I think that's good.
One of the human women. Looks Almain to me, and in good shape. These Almain women, wound tighter than a Varani crossbow.
Oh yeah, that's Karen, all right.
All right then, make sure it goes into the report. You know he'll want all the details.
Amazing how well the body held up. Better than I've seen.
I'm just glad it's not moving. Must have been born under a lucky star, this one.
Anything else we need?
Unless you'd like to name her, I think we're done. Put her with the others.
Oh, Edith? Oh no. Oh no. We want Karen. And it'll be one of those weird-ass spellings. Ah, here. The E is silent, peasant. And it's Karin,
Well,
like
that's
the
it
old
for you,
English.
then. Better luck next time.
What? You put me with the commoners? Ugh, filthy. You want to clean my mansion? what's that weird double reflection? Oh, that was weird. Yeah, look at that. Yeah. Funky. Ugh, terrible. Is this how the common people live? Filthy. I must go speak to my senator. There has been a grave mistake. Secrecy is still important in our work, requiring specialized disposal of our unfortunate failures. Piling remains have become a concern in the lower caverns, so an incinerator has been added to deal with the waste. This should make disposal slightly less horrible, although you should avoid drinking water from downstream of the ash dumps. Hardly a fitting rest for the poor things, but if it's any consolation, these weren't their original bodies in the first place. I shall keep this record. As proof of the inhumane conditions you set upon me. You have acquired new items. To see your new items, press start. Inventory, weapons. Rusty sword. Congratulations, your weapon is now equipped. Press start to return to the game.
They're all over. Run!
Oh, 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 oh. Owned.
Scatter, children of dust! Scatter before the might of the Tuatha!
Well, maybe if you didn't have a criminal record, you wouldn't have died. All you had to do was go up to that nice gentleman and tell him you were an upstanding citizen. To attack.
Stay away!
Were you not common a peasant? That authority figure will not harm you, as long as you do nothing wrong. Just stand there and explain yourself. Ah! Oh, you're dead. Well.
Help! Anybody!
And why should I soil my hands for you?
You! Up there, please help me!
More
Please!
mortal scum? No matter.
To dodge, left stick in the direction you want to go and press B.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. If you hadn't come along, wait. I've seen you before. On the slab. You were dead. It worked. By the tome, it worked. You're alive.
What happened to me?
You died. I don't know how or even where. But your body was remade in the Well of Souls, and somehow it worked. The well restored your soul to your body, and it worked. We must get you to Professor Hughes right away. He'll have questions for you.
Who is Hughes?
Professor Formerus Hughes. The Well of Souls is his life's work. The Tuatha are coming in through the lower levels. If we hurry, we should be able to beat them to the top. Take these. They'll help keep you safe long enough to get to Hughes. Now, let's get going!
Where's Hughes?
He'll be in his study on the ground floor of the tower. At least, I hope he's there. And safe.
Yes, let me speak to your supervisor. Clearly, you are an imbecile.
Oh my. You don't know? Perhaps the process damaged your memory. They are the Tuatha De Aon, the enemy of all the young races. We've never seen them this far inland. Not even during the invasion. I don't know why they're here.
Death?
I wish I could tell you more. You showed no signs of life when we removed your new body from the well's waters. We just put it in the furnace room with the others. We would have never done that if we knew.
Well of Souls.
The Well of Souls is just ahead. You'll see. And it works. It restored you to life. There will be plenty of time to explain later. We've got to get going.
Goodbye.
Let me get this going. We can be on. Right.
See, the quest log contains all of your quests. You can set your active quest by selecting a quest and pressing A.
This way. You go first.
Loot, loot, loot. It has an interesting look, huh? I mean, you can definitely tell it was more inspired by the World of Warcraft. It's sort of like a cartoony, angular look. Ooh, how dreadful. These are not our money. I will find the person in charge and give them a thorough piece of my mind.
This is what they're after. Our greatest invention. The Well of Souls. Imagine an end to war. An end to death.
Yeah, the camera's really strange. It doesn't stop on a dime. It actually sort of, you know, slows down gradually. So it feels a little awkward. I'm surprised they kept that in, actually. I thought for sure they would have kept it so that it was more crisp movement.
We're in one of the storerooms. See if you can find anything useful.
Lift up. Lift up. If my enemies look anything like boxes, I'm gonna clean house here. Hopefully it's a whole race of box beings. That would be a god amongst them. A queen! You have acquired a shield. Shields are used to block enemy attacks. Try equipping it now.
Wait. Do you hear something?
Just your prattling.
More Tuatha!
Press and hold left trigger to block enemy attacks.
going to need more than just that sword. That one had a bow. Get it?
What is a tie? What is a tie going to help me with? You have acquired a longbow. Press start to learn to equip it as a secondary weapon. Your inventory section contains your longbow. Try accessing your inventory now. From your inventory, select weapons. Longbows will allow you to shoot enemies from long distances. Hence the term longbow. Huh? Congratulations, your longbow is now equipped. Press start to return to the game.
Archers up ahead. Best shoot them before they see us.
To use your secondary weapon, press Y. Ouch.
Go, go!
Just a minute, peasant. We must search for all the Neiman Marcus boxes. Perhaps there will be something suitable here for my pedigree. Unleash powerful range shot, press and hold Y. Oh, well, apparently I can't aim. Let's see.
Daggers are deadly if you catch an enemy unaware. Their speed more than makes up for their size.
Yeah, just like Tinder. You have acquired daggers. Daggers are a special kind of weapon preferred by rogues. Try equipping them now. But what if I don't want to be a rogue? Oh wait, what was that? Attached documents. The writings on these documents are too faded to be of value. Oh, well, why the hell do I have them then? Rusty gauntlets. Maybe there'll be a rusty trombone in there somewhere.
More up ahead. If you can sneak up on them with your daggers, you should be able to finish them quickly and quietly.
Press right button to enter stealth mode. The eye indicator gradually fills up and turns red as awareness of your presence increases. Well, fine. Investing in the stealth skill will allow you to get closer to enemies without being detected. Well, I am the sneaky person. Now try to sneak on this enemy before he notices you and perform a sneak attack. You can even kill him instantly by using daggers. You performed a stealth kill. Daggers and face blades both enable stealth kills.
I bet you're still groggy, but just keep moving. Move! Move!
Oh, yeah. I was trying to get this stuff. Why don't you get out of my way, asshole? Dented cuirass. Alright, everyone knows how good I am at stealth games. Piece of cake.
Look at the mortal vermin scatter.
Oh boy. This guy's very unaware of things. Well, couldn't save you guys, sorry.
Cave blossoms only respond in the presence of magic. Perhaps there is more to you than it seems.
Hold right trigger to access your abilities, then press X to use your Stormbolt ability.
Incredible! What are you?
Batman? Oh, Regarding the spiders, Hughes. Per your request, we finally got the spider problem under control. Claude will try to take credit for an efficient cleansing with his Praetorians, but I feel he overstates his case and fails to recognize the value that my own quick thinking and scholarly work provided to this successful operation. While overseeing the spider purge, I noticed that those guards who were affected by spider venom exhibited stiffness of joints and tightening of skin, symptoms which suggest a possible solution for the internal cohesion problems of some of the well's creations. I would have studied these symptoms in more depth at the time, but the guards willfully and flagrantly disobeyed my orders to delay application of antitoxins. As such, I request that we capture some of these spiders in order to harvest their venom and for future testing. Furthermore, I trust that these insubordinate guards will be punished immediately. Immediately! For my steadfast pursuit of knowledge, I require no medal nor promotion. All I would ask is that you please re-sign me off the subject disposal detail. Gurion. Torn robes. No, I suppose I can switch to my sword again. Somebody call a peasant to fix. Wait, what am I going? More hand wraps. Better one I have. Ooh, you feel the ammo. Little man. Take care of that disgusting creature. You now have acquired a staff. Staves are a type of weapon preferred by mages. Try equipping it now. What if I don't want to be a mage?
It completely covered the tunnel. Maybe you can use that staff to burn a path through.
I guess I couldn't just walk through that, huh?
Not more spiders. Burn them. Burn them.
I don't know, this seems way more effective than burning them. And it kind of came to their house, and now I'm burning them. Oh, I can't. I see. Well, I probably want to have my curious anyway, right? Okay, do I have to burn more enemies?
Hurry, get out of here!
What? Who are you talking to?
Die, twat bastard! Wait, you're not one of them. It's get alive! And who's this? That's what I intend to find out. She came out of the well.
What? She better get inside to see the old man. Quick, before those twatha make another push.
This is where we part ways. Take whatever you want from this armory. We might have a few things that would fit you. Just make sure you get your shoes. We can hold off the Tuatha here.
See, any more help? 95%. What is that? 95% of what? What the hell does that mean? What the hell does that even mean? Where's Hughes? I can fight with you. 95%? Does that mean it's favorable, or what? What does that mean exactly? 95% of what? 95% that will do me better. 95% he's more likely to say yes. Oh, whatever. Where's Hughes?
Directly ahead, in his study. Just keep going past the top of the well. He needs to see you. Right now, you're the most valuable thing in his world. I'll see you on the outside. If we raise it. Plate armor. Nothing protects quite like... layers of impervious metal. Leather armor is thin, but will give you the speed to reach an enemy's boat.
I'll take the lockpicks. I don't need this other stuff.
Simple cloth frees your body and mind. That's why mages prefer it.
Well, I may just use it, but no, I won't.
You come out of the well and the twatha show up. That can't be a coincidence.
No, they just like things bite-sized. Twerp.
The scholars are soft. The twatha will find my Praetorians are a tougher breed.
Yeah, I mean, I was not really into this game when it came out. Really, because it was like a new fantasy property, which is always exciting when a new property comes out in a new universe. But then it just has all of the same trappings and all of the same conventions as a Welsh fantasy. You know, there are dwarves. They're dragons, they're humans, they're demi-humans. It's like, can you please think of something else? You know, all of these years that have gone by in fantasy, and still, you know, it's all based on Tolkien. It's like nobody can think of anything else other than all of the, all of the standards that Tolkien Tolkien established. You know, no other fantasy can possibly exist that has anything else other than what Tolkien did. It's like, man, you people have zero creative effort in your brain. And kind of when I found that out, I was just like, oh, well, I can just... it's literally like every other fantasy. But a number of years have passed, and, you know, I think I'm a little bit more open to the idea of having yet another Tolkien. It doesn't excite me, of course, but, you know, I'm a little bit more willing to see what it has to offer. So far, nothing new, which maybe was how a lot of people felt when this came out, because it wasn't too terribly successful. I mean, originally the game was going to be an MMO, but, you know, the studio was a brand new studio, and things weren't budgeted well. There was a bit of a finance scandal, too, with how they were using state funds. But, you know, they scraped together what they could to make a single-player adventure, and, you know, it's a bit of a cult classic. So we'll see if maybe they can reestablish the game's popularity, or try to establish the game's popularity, and maybe they'll come up with that MMO, which I guess is still on the books. Well, progress log. Experiments are now successfully recreating bodies 97.5% of the time. Any missing limbs or extra fingers are now probably how the original subject looked, rather than a magical flux on our end. However, full revivification still eludes us. Even with increased testing, products are nothing more than inert lumps of skin and bone, although the occasional spasm or twitch does allow hope of full success in the future. I know some of you complain that we shouldn't use cadavers and skip the corpse recreation altogether, but you must know we'd never be allowed to experiment with a subject's actual body. We may be working to recreate life, but that hardly allows us to desecrate the dead. Any further complaints can be brought to me directly. Fortimus Hughes. Lazy bastard. All stretched out. This one had 7 children. Stretched out and useless. Are we all done? Okay. I will say the music is excellent. I mean, it's well composed, well performed.
You've made it, and look at you, even with all you've been through. The Tuatha, your return from the dead. Please forgive me, you must be terribly confused by all of this. I am Fomerus Hughes, and this is my laboratory at Alistar.
You mean laboratory?
Everything you see here is dedicated to one thing, the Well of Souls, the pursuit of immortality. And you're my first success. If we only had the time, there's so much we might learn from one another.
What's going on?
Too much to explain right now. The Tuatha have come to stop my work, but I don't believe they know about you. Not yet. What's important is getting you out of here safely. You're the only proof of what we've achieved here. I may not be able to save the well, but I can ensure that its only success is safe.
Where are we now?
We're in the Feylands, miles away from the front lines. I thought we were safe enough from the war, but it seems some of the Tuatha found their way here anyway.
I've got more questions.
Of course you do. Please, though, we must hurry.
And my death?
I wish I could tell you more, but your death is a mystery to me as well. It seems that your memory died with your body. You see, the well is designed to capture the soul of someone recently deceased, recreating their physical form within its waters. Simple, really. Your rebirth is the first we might truly call a success. There have been others, but the results weren't quite right.
Attackers?
You don't know. They're called the Tuatha. They were once Fey folk of the Winter Court, but they've been twisted by their Lord Gadflow. But how could they have found us out here? We're miles away from the front lines. The war has never touched Dalentarth. And why attack the well?
Faye?
The Fae are complicated. I could write 10 volumes on the effects of immortality on a pseudo-feudal court system alone.
You?
I am Fomorus Hughes, scholar of Vivification Prime Circle. We're standing above my life's work, the Well of Souls. And there's so much to learn about you, though. I imagine it's all a bit muddled. A side effect of the prismere? Shape of the basin? No. If only we had more time.
Okay, I'm ready.
Good. We can't waste time.
Let's get out of here.
Yes, you're right. I've got my notes, but it's most important that you stay safe. It's just that you're... Wait, where are you going? Fascinating. Simply astounding. I'm not certain what's caused it, but somehow... yes, as I was saying, I'm not sure what... Perhaps I should go see.
Sir! Mr. Hughes! The Dwarf have breached the lab! They're inside the lab!
Yes, complete your sentence, man.
No! We've got to get you out of here now! Quickly! Follow the path to the town of Gorhart. Find Agath. He's a friend, and he may be able to help. No matter what else, stay alive!
Go where? I don't know where anything is. Why, you awful runt, you. Want to move faster? Press hold an A to sprint. Hold A to sprint. But now you can't move the camera. You just have to hope that the camera will move correctly.
Hear now the waves.
I'm
Going right the way I came. God, everything looks the same.
Get moving, you brute! Tear this tower apart!
Me, Grimlock. Yeah, I am actually hitting dodge, in case you're wondering. But, you know, the dodge isn't like super responsive. It actually is like a split second where it takes just a split second to activate. You know, Bayonetta it is not. You have acquired a shard. Shards are used for sage crafting and can be used to craft powerful gems. Yeah, boy, I just can't get over that little lag in the camera panning. So I'm holding it, let go. See, it doesn't just stop immediately, it keeps going for just a little bit. It makes it feel just a little sluggish. Again, I would have thought they would have fixed that before re-release, but who knows? Maybe it was hard. It's kind of what also bothered me too, is that things just felt like a little off. Like the camera pans were just a little off, and that tiny delay in your dodge move is a little off. I mean, there's a little bit of a delay too when you're hitting your action button, but that's just sort of winding up your strike. I just wish they would have tightened all that up a little bit and not added that tiny bit of delay when things happen. You have acquired a regent. Regents are used in the crafting of potions at alchemy workbenches. Alchemy, blacksmithing, yeah, that's right. That's the things I'm good at. Persuasion, blacksmithing. Sure. Longsword mastery. Greatsword mastery. Hammer mastery. Brutal weaponry. Longsword, greatsword, and hammer. Unless charge special. Harpoon. Snag an enemy and pull it back to you. May have the opposite effect with larger enemies. Next level, pull enemies from 14 meters away and deal 15 physical damage and 8 piercing damage. I don't know how much I'm going to use that. Your brute strength enables you to wield the greatsword with spectacular results. Unlocks charge special attacks for greatsword. Do I want to? Not really. All right, why don't we stop it there? This is audapostrophe. You've been watching Kingdoms of Amalur Re-Reckoning on Steam. I'd say that this is a pretty successful upscaling of the game. I don't think the game ever really ran poorly. I think for the most part it kept its 30 frame per second target. I think even on Xbox 360 it was pretty consistent. You know, the game is good. It's nice that it's an action RPG. It's nice that you have a central character that can kind of switch jobs just based on the weapon type that they're using. So, you know, again, very action RPG-ish. I think the graphics are pretty good still too. You know, they're very stylish, so it doesn't really matter if like the hair is real fine or if there's like a ton of intricate detail. I think that still works pretty well. All the voice acting is top notch. You know, you hear it's very, you know, it's very World of Warcrafty. You know, from the visuals to the sound to the voice acting and everything else in general. You know, again, it steals a lot from that form of fantasy, and a very Tolkien-esque fantasy. I think it's something that people should look into. It might interest you. It's certainly not a bad game, and I guess later on it gets much more interesting and sort of separates itself from the fold of fantasy. But it doesn't start off that way, which is what initially left me with such a bad impression of it. But now that so much time has passed, maybe I'll go through it a little bit more and try to experience it with a fresh set of eyes, and hopefully I'll be able to enjoy it like a lot of other people did. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.